Welcome back. We have another update on Star Wars Battlefront for you today. Firstly, we're going to be going over the news that Star Wars Battlefront's release platforms, i.e. the consoles and the PC and software that it's going to release on, has been formally confirmed. We already had an inkling or a sort of knowledge of what it was going to be anyway when a developer unofficially endorsed a Eurogamer article detailing Battlefront back in 2013. But now they have been finally officially revealed and confirmed by EA by a tweet. So that's the first piece of news that we're going to be going over today. And secondly, we have two pieces today. We have some great news for other Star Wars games, not just Battlefront, so by that I mean the Star Wars open world game, and the other game that I believe is being developed by BioWare. I mean, it's just a hint, it's not too much news, but it is quite suggestive, so I'm going to be analysing that later in the video. So let's begin. When EA announced and confirmed on their EA Star Wars Twitter feed the reveal of Star Wars Battlefront at the Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim, California, which FYI guys is only 25 days away now, so pretty damn hyped. That's 25 days until we get the next major reveal for Star Wars Battlefront. I've got my fingers crossed for some solid gameplay. I really want them to do sort of big 15-minute demonstration, but you know, you never really know what way it's going to go because E3 is almost just round the corner. I mean, they could just do the demonstration at E3 and just do, say, a trailer reveal at Star Wars Celebration. So anyway, EA began answering questions from fans and followers. One of the questions they answered actually confirmed the release platforms for Star Wars Battlefront as the PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. Yes, there is officially no last generation support for Star Wars Battlefront, and thank God there is not. I would rather DICE go all out than bottleneck the reboot and just ruin Battlefront just to fit the last generation consoles and make a little bit more money. The Xbox 360 and PS3 simply do not have the horsepower to run a game of the scope and visual aesthetic that Battlefront deserves. I'm sorry if all you have is a last generation console, but to be fair, it's been almost a decade, and in some cases I think with the Xbox it has been a decade, so it really is time for you to move on. Now this was not entirely new. Back in 2013, a DICE developer retweeted and thus promoted a Eurogamer article detailing Star Wars Battlefront, which stated that Star Wars Battlefront will only be releasing on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC platforms. So in essence, we already knew about this news, it's simply not been tweeted yet by the official Twitter account, merely a developer of the game. Goddamn technicalities. So now that we know the official release platforms have been confirmed, we can better speculate on the services and support the Battlefront might receive, and I'm actually quite scared about this part. Socially, EA and other publishers have been making a large push in the feature support for the constant sort of social media trending and the tweeting and the hashtagging, and it's just incredibly annoying, and frankly it has no place in the game at all. The furthest you should ever go is perhaps TeamSpeak and Skype integration. Anything else? No, just GTFO. Now the reason that I bring this up is because I am genuinely concerned that Star Wars Battlefront will not be a unique experience for you. In that respect, I mean that when you log on, sign in, whatever, and load into a game, you are bombarded with a news feed, Twitter feed, all sorts of social media shenanigans that are sometimes not so subtly integrated into the game. Now, what I mean by that not being a unique experience is that when you logged into the Star Wars Battlefront main menu on previous games, it made you feel like you were in the game. You weren't in the game obviously, but it felt more like you were already playing the game rather than just logging onto Battlelog browser, a browser of all damn things, to actually play Star Wars Battlefront, and that's the one thing that I am seriously concerned about. Now, I myself support socializing with other players, that's what multiplayer is for, but something that has been happening in recent years which I disagree with is utilizing the player's wish for socialization to further the sales of the game by turning this into Twitter trends and social media hype trains. Now, I doubt this will be that bad on Battlefront, but there is still a chance there that I am concerned. Anyway, rant aside and all that negativity gone, we shall move on to our next glorious piece of news. On the article that EA Star Wars released on their website alongside the announcement for the Star Wars Battlefront reveal at Anaheim, that was a bit of a mouthful, they also left us a little teeny tiny piece of information in the bottom next to all of the social media linkage spam and trending that we previously discussed. which has suddenly... oh dear, no, we're not going to go into rant mode. Anyway, what they say mentions other Star Wars games. We already know that there are going to be other Star Wars games, but the fact that they mentioned it on the page for the release and reveal of Battlefront at Star Wars Celebration means that it's kind of an incredibly suggestive topic to bring up at this time. EA may not be showing only Battlefront at the Star Wars Celebration. We already know that at least 2 other Star Wars games are in development. One is an open-world Star Wars game currently being developed by Visceral Games, the same studio that just released Hardline and Dead Space, which is just 2 incredible... well, Hardline is a new IP, technically, and Dead Space is just... wow. Dead Space was incredible, and if they make a game that's even a fraction of what Dead Space was, I'm happy with them. And the other game, likely under development by BioWare, could potentially be a sequel to the Knights of the Old Republic series, which would make a lot of people very, very happy. And if it's not Knights of the Old Republic, I want to see an MMO sequel to Star Wars The Old Republic, where you like up the visuals and make much more interesting quests, please. That's kind of like a dream wish, which is probably never going to happen, because I'm one of the few who actually enjoyed The Old Republic. I really did enjoy that game. To start with, I completely disagreed with how they launched it, how it was subscription-based, but then kind of didn't work. The free-to-play launch itself was broken because you couldn't sprint or move properly anywhere until like level 10 or 15. It was just absolutely ridiculous, but now that I've actually had time to play the game, it is a damn good game. Like, people can like diss it and say it's bad all they want, but play it as much as I have and you will recognize how good a game it actually is. It would be awesome if we see a trailer or anything about the other Star Wars games. Star Wars Battlefront is cool, and it's going to be one of the most, if not the most, anticipated game of 2015. But I would love to see some footage of a Star Wars open world game, similar to Star Wars 1313, which was cancelled after the Disney takeover. The idea of a GTA Star Wars where you can just sort of roll up on someone in your speeder and just hijack their, like, I don't know, freighter or something and then fly off past a blockade just sounds fucking amazing. And I apologize for the swearing, I don't usually swear in videos, but that one little idea, which, FYI guys, that was, that there was what you'd call improvisation. That's not in the script, I kind of went for it. So that idea that I've just put up there is just, oh, it would be incredible to do that. And you know what? With GTA 5 coming out on the PC, there are bound to be some mods which allow you to do something similar. So that's all of the news for today. Let's hope that the Battlefront reveal is epic, and pray to EA, pray with our little hands clasped together, that we get the announcement or reveal of other Star Wars games at this Anaheim celebration as well. I'll see you next time, and may the Force be with you.